NASCAR launched the trailer to the new NASCAR docu-series. Rowdy Energy is shutting down operations, and Kyle Larson is returning to the Chili Bowl. Welcome back to Rolling the Bottom. I'm your host, Zach Moyer. Excited to bring you another episode of Rolling the Bottom. Lots of great NASCAR content to bring to you today. Lots of exciting news that dropped. So excited to give it to you and give you my opinion. So I hope you all enjoy. NASCAR and Netflix dropped the series to the new NASCAR Netflix docu-series. It'll be called Full Speed. The episodes there'll be 5 episodes, 45 minutes long. They'll be premiering on January 30th, right before the Clash. The featured drivers are going to be Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Ross Chastain, Denny Hamlin, Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell, Joey Gallant, and Tyler Reddick. Surprised not to see Kyle Busch. He's one of the most recognizable guys in the sport today. Probably the most recognizable besides maybe Chase Elliott. Maybe he just didn't want to do it. Maybe Netflix didn't see it. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Definitely a missed opportunity. This documentary, the trailer was bone-chilling. It gave me the chills. Got me excited. Got me hyped for this, man. I can't wait. You had the Marty Smith with the voiceover talking about the noise, the sounds of the car, how it's intoxicating, the drama, how the drivers had the opportunity to get hurt and killed in the sport, and how they're pretty much bad boys, the PG version of bad A. But I ain't swearing on this show. So it was such a well put trailer. It gets you so excited. It also got to kind of jump into the family life of the sport and what it's like to be a dad and a race car driver. How you balance those two things. It just looks really, really exciting. I'm intrigued. 5 episodes, 45 minutes. I'm really looking forward to it. NASCAR tried this, last year with USA. It was called Race for a Championship. It was the whole season, right? But I don't think NBC USA gave it the proper respect or the attention it needed. Because, starting at 10 o'clock on a Thursday night when people are going to bed isn't really a good way to try to make, build this thing up or, give it the respect it deserves. And they pushed it at the Peacock, but it still didn't, it didn't do well. It flopped. And I think they missed the opportunity there. They're trying to get this whole driver's drive to survive type feel to it. And I really want this to succeed, right? Because I hope it can bring that younger audience, and hopefully that younger audience can stick with it, right? And not just, be a little small, they'll check it out, but then they'll leave, they don't find interest in it. I hope they find interest in the drama, in the racing and what it takes to drive these cars. It's not just some rednecks driving in circles, right? There's technology in it. There's skill involved. It takes talent. You got to put the work in the gym to stay in shape for this, right? And I'm just hoping it really does that and shows that. So I'm excited for it. Can't wait till January 30th. Red Bull Bourbon will be the primary sponsor for Kyle Busch at RCR for multiple races in 2024 and 2025. First race is Richmond in March. Big deal for Red Bull Bourbon. And RCR and Kyle Busch again our sponsor. I think they lost a couple sponsors. I know Asco Uniforms and Netspend. Those are 2 big sponsors, So disappointing to see them leave. This is great. When Kyle Busch was trying to find a new ride, the whole thing was he's not marketable. He can't find sponsors. He's not good to promote those things, right? Well, now it seems like there's plenty of sponsors coming on board to sponsor Kyle Busch. I think they enjoy being sponsoring him, And it's a alcoholic drink. It's a drink sponsor for Kyle Busch because his own drink, Rowdy Energy, is no longer going to be in operation. Rowdy Energy to shut down this month. It was reported by PevNet. The energy drink company co-founded by NASCAR star Kyle Busch in 2020 will be shutting down its operations by the end of this month. Really, really sad news. Big deal. Rowdy Energy was started by Kyle Busch. Rowdy Energy. That's kind of his nickname, Rowdy. And I was really a big fan of it. I really enjoyed the drink. I supported the crap out of it because it's a drink. Even though I'm not a fan of. I love Kyle Busch, but he's not my favorite driver. But I supported it because I thought I like the drink. I want to support NASCAR drivers, anything NASCAR related that I can support that's not too expensive, I love to do. Kyle Busch did post a reply or response to the company shutting down. I'll read the whole thing. Rowdy Nation. In 2020, I wanted to create a better for you all natural energy drink that had great taste, so I launched Red Energy. I'm really proud of our efforts and appreciate all the investors that stood behind me to help make my dream become a reality. We had quick success getting into 50,000 doors in just 2 short years, thanks in part to the relationship I've been lucky enough to build during my years in racing. From the start, there's no doubt that the popularity and success of Red Energy was due to each you. I cannot thank you enough for the support, from posts on social media to telling me in person to seeing it in your hands at racetracks. That meant a lot to me, and I'm forever grateful. But unfortunately, I'm here to say that Red Energy will be ceasing operations and closing its doors in the coming weeks. Like many other new consumer brands, that headwinds have proven to be too strong, and it makes the most sense to end the journey so I can remain focused on my family and my racing career. While the news is sad to announce, I'll always appreciate what I learned along the way, and it was a fun ride and only fueled by the passion for better and for you energy drink. After reading that, it's definitely disappointing. I really enjoyed the energy drink. I didn't see it at a lot of the stores I lived near in the beginning, but then it started to pick up, and I started seeing it, and then near the end, I didn't really see it anymore. So it definitely slowed down production. It's definitely disappointing, because I thought they did a good job. They really come out with different flavors and lower calorie, hydrationer type beverages where it keeps you hydrated more. I'm not exactly sure what the reasoning was it for, but after seeing some stuff people were posting on social media, it looks like it had, in some of its drinks, it had lead and mercury, which is pretty much bad, and it's a violation of California's health and safety code. And it was banned in California due to the unhealthiness it had in it with the lead and mercury. I know, nutritionist, doctor, so, I know that's pretty bad, from learning stuff in health school and all that. So that's definitely not a great look, knowing that, you call it the better for you option, but now looks like you put stuff in it that is really, really bad for you. So it definitely stinks to see it, go out this way. But yeah, the 23 team is ready to win this season with Air Force. Welcome to the team. So Air Force is going to be a primary sponsor and for the 2024 season. It'll be Bubba Wallace's car. Big deal for Bubba Wallace. I think Air Force was on the 43 car for Eric Jones, but I guess they decided to switch their sponsorship to Bubba Wallace. Big deal for Bubba Wallace. I'm not sure, but I know when he was racing for Penny Racing, I'm not sure if Air Force was winning the sponsor still, so I don't know. Maybe they enjoyed their time with Bubba Wallace and they wanted to go and switch over to 2311 and sponsor him. So that's a big deal. Big deal for anytime you get a new sponsor, it's huge. Next one, Amber Balkan will drive full time in the ARCA series. It'll be from Venturing Motorsports. This is big. Amber Balkan has kind of bounced around. She's from Canada. She was most famously known. The first time I ever heard of her name was she was in the Racing Watch CMT show that didn't really last long, but she was in that show. It was kind of like, it was kind of showing her like racing, what she was trying to build up. She was trying to get like a ride at KBM because I guess Samantha wanted her. They wanted to have a female racer in the series, but that really wasn't successful. She didn't really make it that far. So now she's just kind of bouncing around some small ARCA teams, but now she's going to a big time Venturing Motorsports. They just won the 2023 ARCA Series Championship with Jesse Love. They won the 2019 ARCA Series Championship. I don't get super involved with ARCA, so I don't know everything about ARCA and all the teams. But ARCA, but Amber, she's not been super successful, hasn't had much success. Her 2 years in the ARCA Menard Series out of 23 races, she only has 7 top 10s. Everything else, 0 wins, 0 top 5s, 0 poles, 0 laps led, average finish of 15.9. So nothing much. She definitely kind of struggled to find rides, but Icon will be her sponsor. They've been one of her main sponsors, so her goals are to win a championship and win races. So that's, now I believe Venturing Motorsports is one of the top teams. They just won a championship, so I think she's going to be getting a good opportunity to win and definitely put herself in. Make some success next year. So I'm excited to see that for her. Last topic, Kyle Larson is going to be returning to the Chili Bowl this week. It was announced by Flo a bunch of other people, announced it. It was kind of funny. So I was listening to the Kenny Wallace show with Kyle Larson. It was a great show, like hour and 22 minutes, when he talked about the Chili Bowl and how he's doesn't plan to win the Chili Bowl until maybe his son is. He just kind of stopped doing it. Different dirt races around the country. I think this week he's going to be going to New Mexico and racing a race there in the same time. So I guess the goal, and the story, this was from Matt Weaver. In the story, Larson called longtime friend and frequent collaborator Keith Kunz on Tuesday morning at 8:52 a.m. and asked if he had a spare car available to enter in the Tulsa Expo Center in the Chili Bowl. So I guess he called out his longtime friend, I guess team he drives for sometimes, Keith Kunz, and I guess he had an opportunity to drive an open car. Who wouldn't want to have an opportunity to have Kyle Larson race for your team? So I don't know why Keith would ever say no to that. I guess if he qualifies, he has to finish top 2 in his main feature. If he finishes top 2 in his feature, he'll be locked into the Chili Bowl. And what I was thinking, I guess I was reading the article. I guess he's going to be, the goal is to race in New Mexico, do his race there, and then fly back to where the Chili Bowl is to hopefully race in the Chili Bowl if it all works out. So he's going to be doing quite the racing and a lot of traveling and racing at the same time. I guess the Chili Bowl it's later in the night. I guess it usually happens at midnight. I guess because they still have a bunch of other main races to go or other races in between when the Chili Bowl is supposed to happen, other qualifier races. I'm not a huge dirt racing fan. I'm trying to get back into it. I might actually pay I believe it's $30 for a month. I might pay $30 to watch the Chili Bowl or watch Kyle Larson. I'm definitely intrigued by it. So this is huge for dirt racing. Huge for the Chili Bowl. Excited to see. I think Kyle Larson's won it twice. So now I'm excited to see if he can win it for a third time. So I might actually check that thing out. So I'm looking forward to it. Well, that's a wrap on today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the content I brought you today. I love this stuff, man. I just freaking love it. It's so much fun. I'm excited for the documentary. Excited to see how Amber Barkin does. Kyle Larson, how he does in the Chili Bowl. I'm always in favor. I want people to succeed in the sport. Now, yes, I do have strong opinions about certain drivers, whether or not I think they deserve the ride, but I'm always here I want NASCAR and motorsports to grow, and I want people to be successful and make a lot of money in the sport. So I'm looking forward to continuing to bring you some more content, so stay tuned to this week. I got some more content planned. So, yeah, like and subscribe, tell me how you thought, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, y'all.